Alright, we should be live. Hello everyone. Welcome to another Thursday Hobby Hangout. Today we've got me and Kevin.
Hello.
And we're working on, I think we're both building today, right?
Yeah, I'm building some Brokir Thunderkin for Leagues of Votann.
Now, you haven't seen the rules for them yet for 40k, right?
For the Thunderkin?
For the new edition? Like, do you know what they're gonna, like, you don't know, do you know the rules yet?
Yeah, well, because all the codexes are live going into the new edition.
Gotcha.
So I've seen, like, they work probably how I expect them to work. Now what they're going to do in the new codex, I have no clue. Whenever that comes around.
Right, but you're confident, like, their points, because I'm sure the points will change.
The points will change, but they're a unit that I like, and I've been meaning to flesh out my second unit, so this is what I'm doing with them.
Gotcha.
As you know me, Josh, I have way more models than I can ever play with.
This is true.
And
and with Votann, it's not like there's a huge selection of models that could fall by the wayside, right?
Yeah, we're not Space Marines. We have probably a dozen data sheets, maybe 15.
Right.
So,
hello to Daniel Jenna Grouse. Duke Moosey says he hates us. He was late. I was not. It said 7 o'clock on my end. Might not have been dead on 7.
When we're right, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you think we're right or not.
That is roughly the conceit of this show. Yes. I'm working. I've got a Zone Mortalis tile here, and if you don't know, that's the tiles for Necromunda that are like the underground, super close quarters tiles. I've ruined it. Oh, my camera has already stopped working. It's not even been 10 minutes yet.
Oh, wonderful.
Fix that.
But yeah, put together some Thunderkin. The dates for the Grand Narrative got announced today.
Yes.
So,
and you're a big fan of that.
Yes, I am. That is one of the things. It used to be only Adepticon was the one that was always on my calendar, and then whatever else I could fit in. And now the Grand Narrative has become another event that is always going to be on my calendar.
Gotcha.
And even though it's like a 12-hour drive, and I'm not a road trip person.
No.
So, but I like it that much that I'm willing to do that drive and participate in that.
Well, yeah, to finish my thought, I've taken a perfectly good Zone Mortalis tile, and I've ruined it. By cutting a giant hole in it.
Yeah, it's fine. Not ruined at all.
And I'm going to turn it into a toxic pit thing. So what I've done here is...
It's a really cool idea.
Yeah, so I've put it, and don't worry, you'll see lots more about Zone Mortalis here in the coming weeks. I put it on a backing of an MDF board. I put some plastic underneath it to smooth it out, and then I've filled all the gaps with this Vallejo, or not Vallejo, it's Liquitex modeling paste, basically. Which is notable that it's, unlike a lot of other, unlike green stuff, it is sandable. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking this, I think this is 80 grit sandpaper. It's like the coarsest stuff I could find. I'm
just the most skin-shreddingest sandpaper you can find.
It's actually so coarse that it's not shredding skin.
Oh.
It's just like, it's like a textured grip pad is what this is.
It's like they just glued some pebbles to a sheet of paper.
Pretty much. Like, you can see the grit. He's going to goo it. Yes, I am going to make a toxic goo lake. Now I have to sand off camera because unfortunately my hobby table is one of those cheap white tables, and it can't quite handle the physical action.
Just bolt it to the wall. Be a real hobbyist and ruin a perfectly good room to accommodate your hobby.
If I wasn't renting, probably would. But yeah, so the thing about
I did to an entire room to my house is I ruined it just for the hobby.
Yeah, the difference is you own your house. And your wife also shares the hobby.
That's also true. There's a lot going on for me that I'm able to do this. It's not like I just like laid down the law and said, "This room I'm going to ruin," and everyone had to be okay with it. No, it was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, sweetheart.
Yeah, it's more
Do
like she'd grab your hand and say, "No, this room we're going to ruin."
that." Go on with your thought with your tile because it's really cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put a goo lake into it. It's gonna end up with this stuff here. This
Ooh.
resin pour single water texture, which I've heard not great things about, like, that it like yellows with age, but I don't care if it yellows because I'm not.
Right, because it's toxic goo.
It's gonna be green. This is not going to be clear.
Right.
But the thing about this stuff is that you do want the surface to be smooth when you put it on, so that's why I'm trying to smooth this out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I think
Now,
I've got
that's
it
a
mostly
really
good to go.
That's a really old-fashioned approach to this because everyone else, according to the social medias, has moved exclusively to UV resin. Josh.
Yes, and actually, so like most of my hobbying ideas, I stole it directly from a Vince Venturella video because nothing new under the sun,
yeah.
and he
Right.
he explains it very well. He actually went over the pros and cons of all three. He went over the pros and cons of this stuff, UV resin, and two-part epoxy. And his takeaway was that if you're doing a shallow pour, this stuff is still great. And honestly, it was more because this is the stuff I can get at the local hobby shop the FLGS, rather than having to go to Michael's to get UV resin. Or I could have just ordered clear printer resin offline.
See, and I am easily influenced by social media, so...
And here's the thing, that might be the better idea, but that stuff is a little more dangerous to work with.
Look, I lick my fingers all the time after using it, so...
Yeah, I meant to ask you about it, because I've never really done a resin pour on this scale, and I just went ahead and did it anyway, so,
That's the way to do it. That is 100% the way to go about a project like this. Pants off to the wind and just flying in. And
I mean, I did do my research.
Okay, well, that part I don't do. So, I just do, and that's why I have so many failed hobby projects laying around.
All right, looks like I've got the sand. I'm gonna go dump this. I'm gonna go dump this off and then spray it with compressed air. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right, you guys, you're stuck with me, and I know that that's a particular kind of hell, and I feel sorry for you, except that I don't. Yeah. So the Grand Narrative's coming up. It is one of my favorite of all-time events. It is like all the stuff that I do and don't like about GW. None of that really matters. When I am there, it is very much like they do such a good job of immersing you in the world and making it feel like you're participating in the story. I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of it or not, but there's actors that are costumed like professional costumes, and like they had Trazen the Infinite was one of the antagonists, and they had a guy that was in a full Trazen costume, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And I know that I'm being very Disney adult about this, like, oh, someone's dressed up as a character I like, but I get to do that every now and again.
Oh, I hope that dust isn't too toxic. Anyway.
It's only mildly toxic.
Daniel DeGrasse says, well, at least you wouldn't be ruining your house. This is true.
That's right. Pour grease down your drain, Josh. Show the landlord who's really in control. He is. The landlord's in control. But I've been waffling about. I do have Ultramarines that I was working on for that, and I'm just not sure if I have the time to actually get it done. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Grand Narrative. I would love to get my Ultramarines done in time, but with work and everything else I got going on, doing some commission painting, I am not confident that I have the time to get it done. I have to wait actually, I really should wait for the new Space Marine points to come out, and then I will have a better idea of what's possible for me to achieve, because I need to have 3,000 points in order to play. Well, I don't need to have it, but it is recommended that that's your points limit is 3,000.
What you're going to?
Yes. And that's it's just the question is whether or not I can get it done in time. And
well, when is it again?
it is November. It is the weekend before Thanksgiving. So that's a lot of time, but I also have a lot to do. Got Battle of the Bend coming up for us for the our Age of Sigmar group, and I've got commission painting going on. So like there's a lot going on, and not sure if I want to make this guy an Ironkin or have him be a dwarf. Well, I have time to think about that. Next piece is 12. That's the one thing about, I mean, this has been true for GW kits for a while, is there's a very particular way to put them together. And if you mess up, it gets really difficult. It's not true for all modern GW kits. The Ossiarch Bone Reapers were pretty modular, but these Thunderkin, at least they keep all the parts for one guy in one frame, so I'm not trying to hunt down something over multiple sprues. Just very, very gently. There we go.
All right.
Look at that.
So, I've got... this box is way too big to put on camera, but I've got my box of the abandoned terrain projects.
Oh, God.
It's a big box. It's a very large box. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. So, what I'm going to do is... now,
Pry.
You don't have to have a source for your toxic lake, but it's a cool place to put something like this, where there's like a vent that is pouring the goo in, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It was one of those things that when we were kind of noodling about what to do with this giant hole, one of them was magma or molten slag. And then it was like, well, we need to have a source for it to come out with. And I'm like, well, you don't necessarily need to.
Like, do you? You know, Chris Hemsworth, do you?
Right. And it's like,
you really?
You don't need to think that hard.
That being said, when I say need, what I really mean is I would want. Which...
understood.
If I was going to do the magma thing, I would put this ferrotonic furnace in the middle.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
And have it be this big, cool thing that is like, you know, this busted, and there's like, it's either pouring out the top, or it's just probably just pouring out down the below. But instead, what I'm going to do is we've got this pipe here, which I could have it be there, but Occam's Razor, this is one part, or is this two parts? I think this is two parts. It is! So, keep it simple, stupid, right? I don't need this jet engine thing on here. It doesn't look right anyway. Just a simple pipe. I'll probably get one pipe extend on here. If I can find a broken one, I will. If not, I'll make one. And then it's just, you know, fun chance to do a waterfall pour.
Yeah. That's really cool.
You have it be off the side here. You know, you could just have it be a pipe coming from off-screen, as it were. But then you run to the issue of, like, well, what if you don't have this tile up against something, you know?
That it's fine.
Yeah. Again, it's not actually a problem.
It's a problem if you want it to be a problem.
Which, for me, that's the joy is in, you know.
Sure. No, I totally, and I'm like, here's the thing, it's like, I say all this, but like, I also totally sympathize.
Right. I mean, yeah, my joy is not to put too fine a point in it and causing problems on purpose.
Like, I enjoy that these Thunderkin have all of these hydraulic cables leading to all the different parts that make this rig seem feasible. And it's not. It would need way more hydraulics than what is present, but that's not the point.
Right. Right. Let me see. Duke Muzi asks, think we'll see seeing Warhammer stuff at the Summer's Games Fest tomorrow. Nope. I'm going to call no. I don't think anybody from Warhammer knows Jeff Keighley. So...
Yep.
When they get Hideo Kojima to do a Warhammer game, then he can talk about how cool it was, and Jeff Keighley will have him on just so he can gobble down that Kojima wiener. But until then, sorry, I'm probably the wrong person to ask about the Summer's Game Fest because I'm incredibly cynical about that whole thing.
I really do want a Inquisitor walking simulator, though. That would be...
Yeah, but his name would be like, I don't know, John Chaos Killer if it was a Kojima game.
Well, yeah, it would be. I can't even argue with that.
I mean, at least in Old Hammer, they had the decency to make those names German.
Right?
But Kojima wouldn't. Kojima would, be played by Mads Mikkelsen.
Well, yeah, you have to have some kind of...
More importantly, Jeff Keighley doesn't know Warhammer 40k, and that's what matters. Yeah. I think that Games Workshop isn't going to have anything at Summer Games Fest because they've already had their Skulls event. Games Workshop has proven time and time again that whether it's good for them or not, they are consistent. They do things on their terms.
Right.
They don't do
like
Summer
Nintendo.
Games Fest. They do Warhammer Skulls, dang it. And they did. And we saw everything we've seen that we were going to see was at Warhammer Skulls, right?
Yep.
The biggest new thing coming out is probably Total War Warhammer 40,000, and we saw everything we were going to see from Skulls. So, which is fine. I'm not complaining if they're not at Summer Games Fest. I think Games Workshop is still in the kind of the Nintendo, is probably the best comparison for good or for ill.
Absolutely. for both. It's actually for both.
Yeah, it is. Good and ill. Yeah. They're although at least when Games Workshop says we're a toy company, they have a good reason.
Right.
As opposed to Nintendo going, we're a toy company.
Because they actually are.
Yeah. So no, I don't think we will. Which is fine. Everything I saw at Skulls, I'm kind of excited for. Everything looks good. They know how to make good games now. They don't always know how to market them.
That is true.
Sometimes they forget they have games to market.
I thought that Skatari being in Dark Tide was an interesting addition.
I'm not surprised at all because I think the fans were really pushing for it. But
okay.
Oh yeah, that's been a meme for 2 years now. Like a heavy community meme. And Fat Shark has shown they're willing to go in on the memes if they make sense, and it does make sense. After the RBDs were added, gloves were off.
That's fair.
Okay, we've added... I mean, it is funny that they went from RBDs to the complete opposite of, okay, what if we leaned really hard into Murder Hobo? Which I like. I like that they did that.
Well, and, not to get too lore intensive about it, but, that is, an Inquisitor would use all those types of assets.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, I mean, that's the... Inquisitors are an excuse to do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want it.
Right.
Which is fine. It's there's a reason Mass Effect opens with the Spectre stuff, right?
Yep.
It's okay, here's your Space Cop license to do literally anything you want forever.
This makes we can write any kind of story we like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude says, plus it costs $1 million a trailer. Yeah, and you gotta remember that compared to video game industry, Warhammer is small potatoes.
Yep.
We are.
And that can be.
We're a blip.
And that can be really easy to forget.
Yeah.
Especially if you're really involved in the hobby. It can be very easy to forget that, yeah, I mean, Warhammer 11th edition coming out is a big deal, but compared to the next Call of Duty release, it's nothing. It's literally nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's completely meaningless compared to for the minds of these people.
Right.
And I think after we saw that one game last year that paid for a really big trailer spot and then just kind of and even got Jeff Keighley to tweet about it and all that stuff and then just kind of went that is no guarantor of success.
It is not. I mean, cool trailers and failing to deliver are a time-honored tradition in the video game industry. So
Yeah.
who remembers Daikatana? I remember Daikatana.
You know, I think John Romero has made me his bitch.
He did by making me buy that game.
Did you ever play the fan patch version? Apparently that actually makes it good.
It makes it playable.
Okay.
That's the best I can say about it. It makes it, because the game is basically unplayable
So
without that.
So the video game website giantbomb.com has a video series called Blight Club, where they inflict very bad games on each other. But the big thing about their shtick is that you have to finish it.
Oh.
So like yeah,
Oh,
like they did Bubsy 3D and like finished it.
Oh wow, that's an accomplishment.
They did Ride to Hell Retribution and finished it. And they did Daikatana without the patch and finished it.
Okay, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, it is, and it took them like 16 hours, and it looked like it was hell the entire way through. So, having watched that, I am very familiar with Daikatana from a watching perspective. I've never actually played it, but yeah, it looks like it was basically an unplayable piece of trash.
Okay, well don't play it. Like
No,
don't go out.
no,
and no. If somebody gives it to you for free, don't play it.
No, I'm not going to.
That's what happened with me. I had someone give me Duke Nukem Forever for free, and that was a mistake. I can't believe I wasted an hour playing that game. That is 1 hour I will never get back.
With the RAM shortage, maybe Jeff Keighley will try to get everyone into wargaming as a cheaper alternative to owning a console.
Oh, God. Please, no. Look,
Oh.
you know me, I'm the least gatekeepy person on the planet, but...
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
that's not fair at all. Many of the worst of the video game players would get along swimmingly with the worst of the Warhammer players, and there's usually a heavy overlap as it is.
You are 100% correct on that.
I cannot throw I can't throw a penny in this giant glass house.
The people who subscribe to Uncle Helper meal plan would be.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a.
No more cursed Timu products. Josh, which flavor of Mountain Dew is your toxic sludge?
I mean, it's probably going to be default Mountain Dew. Do you know
A worthy choice.
Kevin, do you know the trick for making bubbles in sludge?
Airsoft pellets.
Or silica gel.
Oh yeah, that would totally work.
For smaller ones, yep. It's
Yeah.
Airsoft pellets are big. So I could make this carbonated sludge, and I might... I don't know. I'll probably have a few bubbles here and there. Less is more.
Now the question is, do I make this guy an Ironkin? No, because I'm at that stage now. Do I make him an Ironkin or a Dwarf?
I mean, I always go with Ironkin because I like robot people better than dwarves, but that's a me thing.
Yeah. All right, so we got a 1-for-1 now.
Hey, look.
All right, first person in chat to give me a suggestion wins.
There we go. Ironkin are robot people, dwarves are dwarves. No one's asked. Hey, look what I found. I found a piece of terrain I painted ages ago.
Nice.
There we go. A piece of painted terrain. We can use this for 40k. It's a crate. Are these any good for new 40k terrain?
It could be a good corner piece.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll bring it to the shop sometime. I should have like 5 or 6 of those. I just don't know where they are.
Right.
Oh, here's another one. And yeah, I went all in on this one. Look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah. They went fancy. It broke open and there's blood everywhere.
Oh yeah, the blood.
Blood for the blood god. I must have gone. Oh, I did smearing. That's wow. I put effort into that. That was years ago. That was like that was Kill Team First Edition. Well, 2016.
Robot people, but you have to use the B1 droid heads.
Roger, Roger.
You know what's sad is I do have some B1 droid models in my
I do too.
hobby area somewhere. No, I'm not going to curse my Votan with the accuracy and intelligence of B1 droids.
No.
All right, robot head it is.
Yeah, wow, I found all my painted crates. Look at that. I mean, they're roughed up now and not done particularly well, but you know they're painted.
It's the heart that matters.
Well, that's better than gray plastic.
Yeah, 100%. Any paint is better than gray plastic.
So maybe this one. I don't know what I was thinking with the yellow. That might have been a bad idea.
All right, there you go, little iron can.
Yes, I found a broken pipe bit.
Look at you.
Oh god, it's plastic glued on there.
Well, that means you have to apply more percussive maintenance to it.
I've got a Dremel downstairs. But
Just get
let's
in
see if
there.
I can hobby saw this sucker off. Where's my hobby saw? Hobby saw, where is you? There you are.
Say hello to Hobby Saw. That should be one of the cartoon mascots that we have.
You've talked about felt puppets, and now my cartoon mascots. I'm worried. Is your daughter? Are you trying to make your friendly programming for your daughter? Is that what you're doing?
Look, I mean, viewers are viewers, right?
Oh God! So then we have to start checking the box that said this is made for kids.
Look, all I'm saying is we could have a Skaven Muppet, and it's not too far from Rizzo the Rat, and it'd be great.
Yeah, but then I have to learn to pilot pilot.
A pilot, a Muppet.
Get in the Muppet, Shinji. Or Eva will have to pilot the Kermit again. Gee, Shinji, I think you have some unresolved feelings about your mother.
Oh God.
Just one Roger then.
Just one.
Wow, I must have really
Yeah.
glued these suckers together.
You did not want them to come apart.
Well, this is probably some of the furniture I ever bought.
There. Well, my printer got a clump. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. There we go. I got it. Perfect.
Okay, it didn't actually have a clump. I just thought it did.
Okay, so I cut it off and then turned to my left and immediately found an identical uncut piece in my box. So, you know, that's great.
That's just that is the universe teaching you humility, Josh.
I'm still using the one I cut because at this point, screw it. Pride. Plus, I'm sure I didn't cut it quite straight, and it's perfectly fine if it's a little janky.
Camera's a little fuzzy. I'll try and fix it.
You can have one Roger as a treat.
Given what Rogers is slang for, you gotta be careful there.
Well, look, I know that we have a lot of European listeners, but this is an American show.
It is Pride Month. So.
That's true. Okay. Well, who's
There we
next?
go.
You're
So this is
done.
going to go on here, and it's going to have a nice pour at it. There we go. Perfect.
Stop zooming in, please.
Oh, are you trying to adjust the focus?
Yeah.
When you
a
do
little
that, it's
fuzzy.
always going to zoom in. I don't know how to turn it off, but it'll go back when you're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe that should help. Okay. All right. Thunderkin 1. is done.
Thunder status, Kind.
Maybe I should make them all robots.
I mean,
That'd be fun.
that's what I would do. But again,
I don't know if I have enough robot heads.
maybe you could steal from another kit where you didn't use them all?
Well, yeah, I could do that. I have to go digging around.
Yeah.
And unlike you, I'm dedicated to this and not going to go off camera and off and whatever.
Excuse me, that was
I don't-
Sunday's stream, and it was actually a really fun time, so you know what? Granted, maybe that's because we were making a cat, and then the internet loves cats.
That's true. It's hard to go wrong with a kitty cat.
She is right here, by the way, for those of you who did not see that.
Aw, kitty cat.
Kitty cat with a gun! And, oh,
Ah,
you might appreciate this, Kevin. The gun I picked?
yeah.
It's the auto pistol from Krieg, but I put a magazine on it.
Oh,
And if I can find a... I haven't decided. I kind of want to put a scope on it, but then it might just look like Han Solo's blaster, so...
that's true.
Because it is already a Mauser C96, but, you know. Spaced. Alright.
I mean, look, you only had so many props to work with.
You're right.
CGI let him have bad ideas.
Alright, so. I'm going to put a catwalk across it, because that's a fun place to give people a reason to get shot off of it, right?
My squats are not going to go anywhere near that. I'm sorry.
Well, that's why you put an objective there.
Oh. My squat's not going to go anywhere near that. I'm sorry.
There's only one objective, and it's in the middle of the lake.
Nobody will have it. I'll just shoot whoever goes there.
Hey, I think we would rule that a hazmat suit would protect it. Protect you.
Oh, fair enough.
At least for a
Fair
turn.
enough. Yeah. Or give you a bonus to something, or your toughness test or something.
Yeah, you know, I would do like the same thing with like a it'd make you immune to the, because you know what I would say is if you fall in, you need to make a strength check to get out, because we'll just use the sump rules for it, which is a strength check to get
Yeah,
out.
that makes sense.
And then also you're subject to the blaze condition because it's burning you.
But what do exotic pets have to do to avoid the pet incinerator tile?
I haven't built that yet.
That's a callback to last week.
They have to not shop on Temu?
That was Alibaba.
Whatever.
Excuse me. We do not buy pet incinerators off of Temu, sir.
Oh,
We're higher class than that.
yeah, Alibaba's so much better. Demonstrably.
I don't know. Does Temu even have those?
You know what? I don't know or care.
I'm gonna find out. Let's see. No, I don't want the I don't want the Temu wheel.
Stop looking at Temu and build your models.
I got 100% off.
I don't care.
Times 3.
Yeah, well, if you find the pet incinerator.
I found a pet incubator.
Oh, those are everywhere, yeah. I've got those. My those aren't runnings. I mean, okay.
Indeed.
That being said, you said pet incubator, and my brain says chickens, but for all I know, you're gonna pull out something that's like trying to incubate a kitten clone.
I will let you know that Temu, in fact, does not have pet incinerators.
Well, at least they have
So
that.
check,
for them.
check and mate.
Yeah,
You want industrial?
My bad for besmirching the good name of Temu.
Besmirching? No, it is clearly Alibaba offers your industrial equipment needs in a way that Temu cannot. So
Yeah. You know what? You got a point there. Oh god. Someone save me, chat.
chat, save him because I cannot.
Type N piece glitch. More robot bits such as a B1 head. Oh no, Thunderkin says Cody. No, wait, yeah, Cody's Valhalla, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Actually,
I
yes,
made him. I
Alibaba.
made him a Thunderkin.
Okay, yeah. Apparently Alibaba is respectable cheap junk.
Unless Temu sponsors a hobby hangout. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't accept a sponsorship from Temu, but I think hard about it.
I would 100% accept an Alibaba one. I mean, we've given them enough free advertisement as it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sign that paper. Whatever. Just do it. Mark, guess what I did? This is a good idea.
All right, so the platforms I have are like these Mechanicus platforms, which are too
I think
big.
that works.
I want them to be
Oh,
smaller and precariouser.
I mean, worst comes to worst, you could print something.
Yeah, that is always an option. I could build something out of my stir sticks, but that would be wood, and that doesn't look right.
No, wood would be not great for that.
No, that would be a check to not fall through and die. Although, I do also have a couple different things. I have, you know this plastic card? I have some that has that, oh, let me go get it.
Okay, just leave again. It's fine.
I'm still
Do whatever.
here.
Just walk off. Leave the viewers to my tender graces.
When you put it that way. It's this stuff. I forget what the name of the stuff is. I don't think it's going to show up on camera. That, like, iron... That steel plate.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I could build something out of popsicle sticks and then put this on top of it.
Sure.
Absolutely no topic.
Ha! Look,
Hello,
the
Kobe
topic
P.
is...
Even Mark hates. Oh, so Mark hates Temu. Got it. All right.
All right, well, fine. I guess that's not happening for us.
Mark's our
Say
producer.
goodbye to
those
free
that are
money.
unaware.
Yeah.
Alabama carries heavy industrial equipment. Temu is cheap, dodgy beef delivery service repurposed to sell Westerners single-use clothes made with questionable labor.
Diamond plate. Thank you, Cody.
See, someone knew something.
Couldn't remember the name of it. Now, I do also have this, because it would be kind of cool to have this tractor bit, like, sinking out of it, right?
Uh-huh.
Like it was sunk in there.
Right.
Well, let's do the bridge across first, because I think what's going to happen is I'm actually going to have enough real estate to put as much crap in here as I want.
That's almost always going to be the case with stuff like that.
Yep. Which is fine. Not bitter.
I think you are.
Nah.
Yeah, plastic card and loose sprues. You gotta be really careful with loose sprues, because loose sprues always look like loose sprues.
Yeah, you really gotta use them up to...
But putting the diamond plate plastic card on top of it and just using sprues as the structural...
That will work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Because the only other thing I have is I have the platforms.
Josh has platforms. That's the last thing I heard.
Sorry. Yeah, I realized I was talking off camera, and I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, well, it's what happens when you keep leaving.
Shush, I was leaning over it. The only other thing I have is the platforms for the stuff for ash wastes.
Mm-hmm.
The habs. And those are even bigger.
Yeah.
Also a box of elf bits.
Gross. Throw those away.
I don't even know why these aren't in here.
Throw the elf bits away. They
Some of
do
us
not
can't
serve
just
you.
throw away every single bit that makes us feel bad because we don't have that kind of money.
Look. I cannot throw away elf bits because that would cause a divorce.
Because you're married to one?
So, yeah. So I need other people to do it so I can feel good about that.
Okay, well, find someone else. I'm not your marriage counselor.
Look, we have very strong feelings about fantasy races in this household.
Platform shoes? Josh wears platforms. He did look taller in the...
Yeah, but Been buffing up.
Regardless if I go to the Grand Narrative with Votan or Ultramarines, I am going to do a costume this year.
Oh, you're actually considering doing Ultramarines for the Grand Narrative. You know what? You had mentioned that to me.
Yes, I had. And because currently the battle group that I'm with, that I've been with since the first time I went, has been Imperial. So I've always been playing a kin mercenary.
Right. So you're thinking of
as my
doing
character.
actual Imperial.
Right.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I've had fun being a mercenary.
Right.
But I think it would be fun to also just be Imperial and go along with that. But we'll see if I do. If I end up having to take Votan because I just run out of time, I'm going to be a Grimnir, and so I'm looking at
Space
robes,
Space Wizard,
Space Gandalf, and looking at robes, and I'm gonna make a backpack with the a field generator on it, and it's all going to be linen, so it'll be breathable, which will be nice because it gets super hot in that place, and it's Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, but if I go with Ultramarines, I'm going to be a human auxiliary, kind of a go-between for the Marines and and anyone else, because
like one of the guys in Calgor's box.
Exactly. Yeah, because Marnius cannot be bothered to be there himself. He's busy on the battlefield, so
right.
He needs me to relay his wishes. Regardless of which I end up going, it will definitely be several bottles of Jameson that come with me as well. So,
Cody asks, how does one join the battle group?
You have to. So, in order to join the battle group, if you buy a ticket, they will send you a form to fill out, and you will. There's a space on there where you say, I would like to be placed in a battle group with these people, and they will do their best to place you with those people. I have never had it fail. So that's how you do it. But I'm super excited. And you, young man, young dwarf. I should work on getting my old world stuff done.
Yeah,
I'm so close to having.
It's kind of fallen to a secondary for me.
Yeah, well, and now with 11th creeping around the corner here, it's definitely not going to be a priority.
And our as yet unnamed project.
Yep. Have we been teasing it enough, Josh?
No.
But typically the battle groups are all one grand faction. So like there's Imperial, Xenos, and Chaos. So if you want to be part of an Imperial battle group, you either need to be an Imperial army or have a really good reason for being on the Imperial side. And like some things that they won't do is like they'll never have a Chaos player on the Imperial battle group. Xenos gets weird because it kind of all depends on how many of what army they get. Like they try not to mix Tyranids with other battle groups, but that's kind of impossible depending on what numbers end up being. Because Tyranids are just weird in a narrative sense because it's, they don't really do diplomacy.
Yeah, they don't have desires and thoughts. They just
like GSC is something different. Like GSC, you can like finagle into that, and maybe through GSC you can finagle Tyranids being, a part of an alliance or something.
Right.
But that's not really ever represented in the fluff.
No, it's not.
So, but I also you have to just understand it's a conceit that you have 300 people wanting to play a narrative campaign together, so you're gonna have to make some exceptions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also vice versa, but they will do, like, if you want to play Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum and be in Chaos, they will let you do that.
Yeah, because that just means you've fallen. That's...
Right. So like if you want to play Traitor Guard, you totally can, and which I think is the right decision. And there's weird stuff like Eldar, and like Xenos is a weird category because it encompasses a bunch of factions that don't necessarily either like want to work with each other.
Yeah, Xenos is not truly an alliance in the same way that like they are for Age of Sigmar.
Right. Like Chaos and like you know obviously Chaos all hate each other to some degree.
Yeah.
And I mean, and Imperium hates each other to some degree too.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of instances in the fluff where Space Marines and like loyal Space Marines and loyal Guard are on opposing sides of a conflict.
Or
and
2 chapters of Loyal Space Marines.
Yes, yeah. So they do a really good job with like trying to tie everyone into the story, and I'm really curious. They said it was Into the Maelstrom was the theme of the grand narrative, so I'm curious to see if that relates to the Maelstrom campaign book that came out at the end of the edition. I thought I was gonna I would have lost this bet, but I would have sworn it would have been Armageddon.
Yeah, but
it doesn't appear that it's gonna be Armageddon, because it would be if they found an actor to do Yarrick. Oh, like they would really have to work hard to find the right person for that role. But if they could, I mean, once again, it's very Disney adult of me, but that would be amazing. Oh my God, he's dressed up as Trazen the Infinite. Isn't that amazing? All right, yeah, it's fine. Yes, it is amazing. I thought it was amazing. I got a picture of Trazen. Shut up.
JLs, do you see you have to really play off of the general lack of knowledge to write something around the lines? Oh, those are just a migrating pack of ambles. Yes.
True enough. True enough. Imperial propaganda is extremely powerful. Let's see. You. Okay.
Oops, that didn't work out quite as well as I wanted. Oh well.
Well, it happens. Let's see. Okay, that's working out fine. Just keep an eye on my printer because I live in fear of clumping ruining my nozzles. And
man, I don't like. I'm sure it's just an environmental issue, but I've never had that, knock on wood, with my bamboo, so I have no idea like why the heck it happened to yours.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it was a traumatizing experience.
No, it would be.
Waking up to a pile of black spaghetti, and a giant clump of plastic encasing my print head. It was really cool.
I've had the spaghetti, but never the latter, the ruining of it.
What's funny is I have clump detection on, and
yeah, I've never gotten that to work. I've had
same thing with print. They also claim to have print failure detection, and that definitely doesn't work.
Nope. Sure as heck does not.
No, it's fine. Just waste the entire spool. It's okay. Bamboo's just trying its best. I'm currently printing out more of that foldable 40K terrain.
Gotcha.
And because that stuff is so cool. Is it as cool as the pre-painted GW stuff? I don't know. I actually heard
it's cheaper.
that Yeah, well, one hundo, $15. $15 has gotten me several $100 worth of terrain. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, but the one of the things I've heard from and seen is because they had the pre-painted terrain on Warhammer TV briefly,
Yeah.
and it did not look the same as the stuff that they did in their stinger reel for
Uh-oh.
the pre-painted terrain.
Hmm.
And like one of the examples is like if you look at the initial announcement for the terrain, it had like the black and yellow stripes on some of the cables,
Yeah.
and like the glowy energy parts were pretty nicely done and all that stuff. And then on Warhammer TV, you see that same terrain, but it doesn't have those details on it.
Hmm. I
So
wonder.
I'm wondering if that we saw a prototype and then actually see production in that.
What I would actually guess is that what we saw was stuff that had been like painted.
Uh-huh.
That's just my guess, though.
That makes sense. It's just one of those things. It's like, I mean, I'll eventually see it in person for sure. And I would be shocked if it was a decent dollar value.
No, it's gonna be awful. Which I mean, yeah, because it's Games Workshop terrain, and their stuff
Right.
is not getting any cheaper.
No.
It's a response to global blah blah blah.
Yeah. And their terrain especially is a particularly bad bargain a lot of the time.
Yeah, and that's kind of where like 3D printing has. I basically haven't bought this Zone Mortalis. I bought. Look, I bought this so long ago that it was I think $30 cheaper than it is now.
That makes sense.
But that's only a few years. It wasn't actually that long ago.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
their terrain is a very, very bad value. Even more so than normal Games Workshop, which is already very, very, very bad value.
Right.
But, and especially because, resin printing's tough. Resin printing is hard to get right, and you have to have
Yes.
the right area. FDM printing is not.
Nope. That's much more accessible. Um,
So I think that their market is people who do not want to or cannot do that, and they know it.
Yep. And you know what? That's fine. There's a market for that for sure.
Yeah.
And people that would just prefer not to bother with that. And like there are things that I buy that not hobby related that are definitely a convenience factor and not a good financial decision factor, but
Yeah, it's just when you have to build the terrain's not very fun to build anymore either.
their terrain is not fun to build.
Building the Ruins Zone Mortalis really soured me on building Games Workshop terrain.
Yeah, I don't envy you for that, but thank you for taking that project on.
I mean, it wasn't actually hard. It was just annoying in the way that
No, it was
Games Workshop stuff
right.
is.
Because this piece A1 goes to A2, and you better not try and pair it with anything else.
One and only one piece. The joke is Germans are very exacting people. Sorry, Germans. But you've heard that joke before, so.
Yeah, I know that they're used to it. But yeah, I've been who was it that Tinker Junkie is the creator that I purchased my terrain from and my terrain STLs from, and that folding stuff is just amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it comes right off the printer. Like, you don't have to assemble anything. It just folds out. You can paint it. You can even, if you have AMS, which I do, I just haven't done it yet because I don't have the right filament that I want to use for the colors yet. But you can print it multicolor, and it like after that, a couple of dry brushes, and it would look amazing.
Right.
That's one of the things I really like about going to the Grand Narrative is that they put a lot of work into the terrain, and the boards all look really, really good. They're not necessarily the most playable, but that's okay. That's not the point.
Right.
And like you and your opponent are expected to, work your way through it, and like, yeah, this is not layout A from the tournament packet because we're not playing a tournament. So, deal with it. How do you want to play this forest? Let's talk about it.
Right.
And I've only ever had one really negative player experience at the Grand Narrative. So that's good.
Yeah.
And most people are there for this, they know what to expect. There are people that go there and their objective is to win games, and like, buddy, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, not sure. Well, I mean, maybe it's if I'm very cynical, I would say it's because they can't win them elsewhere.
Right. I mean,
But also, some people are just
probably not
not
wrong.
able to turn that part of their brain off.
That is true. I do encounter that. It was one of those. I was actually scrolling and I found someone talking about they discover an exploit in 11th edition, and I'm not going to go into the details because that's not super relevant. But they were talking about the particular exploit that they believe that they discovered, and they're going to abuse it until it gets fixed because why not? And even though like the designer commentary that is right next to that particular rule like is really clear about what the intent of the rule is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, buddy.
It's like, and the reason why not is because people just not play with you. That's the wonderful thing about this.
Right.
Is that like
playing against you is totally optional.
yeah, like I don't have to be here, and then later I just won't
Like-
play with you again. Like, no.
Like even at a tournament, playing with you is actually completely optional. I
Yeah.
can just say, I'll throw it. It's fine. I don't need to play with you.
Yeah, bad Warhammer is worse than no Warhammer.
Absolutely.
Warhammer is not pizza.
Not yet, anyway. There's not a Games Workshop pizza brand yet.
Should be.
Warhammer Pizza is the
Pizza
pizza,
for you and me.
me.
Oh, SpongeBob.
Even though SpongeBob is like 20 years old, my daughter still loves it.
It's
Yeah.
like I don't. Some of the newer episodes don't hold up as much, but that might just be me.
I agree.
That just might be.
No,
like,
you're not wrong.
But no, a lot of the old ones are still funny. They were like, oh yeah, that was funny. That was good.
And as I got older, when watching them with my daughter, and then realizing like the things that they snuck in there
Oh, yeah.
for the grown-ups, and definitely not realizing it when I was younger, like the Clockwork Orange reference.
Yeah.
And there's actually a few of them in SpongeBob, and it's just kind of interesting.
All right. So here's a question for us. I don't know if I can even get this on camera in a way that won't the white balance won't murder. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because it's all white on white. But do I have just a path, or do I have like a little like island in the middle?
I want a path.
Yeah.
I want it to be treacherous. I do not want an island of safety in the goo.
That's very fair.
I want you to hate the goo.
The goo is not your friend.
2 on the base.
All right, I can get a couple more slats in there. And like, yeah, this is super identifiable as sprue, right? Like, there's no. But
Yep.
once it's painted and underneath it, like the bits you can see aren't, or at least it doesn't matter.
I want and Duke Moosey. I want the goo to contain no less than 3 trash monsters from episode 4.
I do want to put other fun things in here. I was thinking about, because I want to put a pool floaty with a skeleton on it.
Oh yeah.
Like that's, I mean, that's very rote and very silly, but like, I want to put that on there. And then I was thinking about trying to put something like a sump beast or organic thing, but I don't really have anything, and I would need to think about what I wanted to put in there that wasn't just immediately identifiable as whatever I put in there.
Right. But yeah, the tickets for it's really quick turnaround between announcement and ticket sales, because ticket sales for the Grand Narrative go up on the 12th, and then Adepticon hotels go up this month too, end of this month.
Yeah, I'm saving my money for that.
Yep.
Very fortunate that it falls during a natural vacation for me this year.
That is really cool. I'm
Yeah.
happy for that for you.
Not that it would stop me from using my personal business days anyway, but a submarine
Right.
periscope, that would be very funny. Ooh, now I gotta see if I can. I bet I could print one of those pretty easily.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, ooh, submarine periscope sounds like a really funny idea. I think I might go with that one too. There we go. See, I've got this little rickety path across. I should make this.
Push it towards your plastic glue a little bit.
This way? Needs to go up, right? There we go.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I know I realize I'm working mostly off camera. It's just not designed to do this.
Nope, not particularly. This is a large format thing that is on a small format
Yeah.
output.
Here we go. Nice rickety path across. I'm gonna clip off some of these edges a little more, make it smaller.
Yep, and less orky.
Less what?
Orky. It looks kind of orky.
Really?
I'm getting orc vibes from it.
I mean,
Cody can back me up.
I mean, this is like that is an orc design language. Like you see it all over the Octarius terrain.
Yes.
Like this diamond plate is very orky.
I meant more like the size and the harshness of the angles that you have on there is what's reading orc to me.
Oh, so if I reduce the harshness of the angles, that would be better?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I can do that.
Cody says orc out of 10.
So like maybe this would be a little less orky?
Put it closer to the pit so I can see it.
Here, I have an idea to fix that. Where is my... Yeah, white on white's a nightmare, but here. There we go.
Okay. Yep, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah, just less big jaggies and more smaller jaggies.
Yep. And I'm honestly okay if it looks a little orky.
And like if at the end of the day, it's if you're happy with it, that's great.
Right,
I'm
like-
just pointing out that it reads orc to me.
Yeah, and once you said it, I can totally see it. There we go, leave this down. This is for turnip or something like that.
Yeah. But it's way easier to see it when you have that.
Yeah, it's not white on white. There we go. So yeah, just clipping that off I think helps a lot. Now, I do want to keep it a big enough size that you can put a 60mm because that's the biggest base size in the Underhive.
Uh-huh.
So that's it. Can't
60?
go much.
Who is it? What has a 60 in Underhive?
The Sump Beast that I'm holding right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a. Oh wait, no, this is a 50. Sorry, 50, not 60. 50.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 is the biggest. Sump Beast,
Okay.
Ambot. I think Ogrins are on 50s.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Mr. Snake, your hand fell off again. It just refuses to stay.
Well, again, to talk about the grand narrative, because I'm just hopped up on that. The one of the cool things about it though is that you really get to like there's definitely a LARP element to it.
Oh yeah.
Where you get to interact with the story and the characters and stuff in like a very in a meaningful way in terms of the story, like the last storyline was Into the Webway, so it involved the obviously the Webway, but there was a city that Eldar city that emerged from the Webway, and part of it was trying to either banish the city, secure the city, or destroy it. And one of the dramatis personae for the Imperial side was there was two. One of them was a Death Watch captain, and who had like full power armor and everything. It was awesome.
Oh jeez.
And by the way, that guy was a trooper because he was sweating bullets.
Yeah, I imagine. Oh.
Like, and another one was an Officio Assassinorum representative, and our battle group had kind of sussed out that the Officio Assassinorum guy was not on the up and up. I mean, come on. And so one of the things that we could do is like you earn a currency throughout the course of this event, and you can use that to kind of influence what goes on. And we were able to basically like pay the Death Watch captain to investigate this guy, and ended up getting him killed, which was awesome.
Yep, as Daniel Grass points out, it's not the diamond plate, it's the shape of the plate. So there's a reason orc vehicles work well in Necromunda. Yeah. Should be small enough that you have to physically carefully balance the minis on it. Yeah. I think you put something 50 millimeter on that rickety bridge, the bridge should roll an initiative check. I mean, yeah, I agree. Like we should have a weight limit. Oh, you could do an equipment limit, or like if your equipment is such and such heavy, a heavy weapon can't go on here without having to pass a check. Actually, would be really funny. Just collapses and you
No, Josh, my Vartigen needs to be able to go everywhere with no restrictions ever.
Ah, I see. You're a Baneblade user in new 40k.
Look, Baneblades deserve to be everywhere too.
I mean, look, as a guard player, no. Sometimes you can just have maps that aren't good for everything. It's fine. Get over it.
I'm unable to achieve nuance here. Sorry.
Oh, damn it. Forgot.
We're talking about 40k. Remember, Josh, this is an esport. This is important.
Yeah.
I love the Nutter Butters that like to continue to push 40k as an esport, and just it's never going to be that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. If anyone in chat believes that it's going to be, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
I was arguing with another content creator who I won't name because I don't need to sick our our 3 audience squad on them. But anyway, they were insisting that like all the changes to 40k's terrain stuff are in the vein of competitive. I'm like, the people who are mad about it are the competitive players, not the.
Yeah.
No, this is narratively good. But that's a person who is very determined not to. It wouldn't matter what they were doing.
Yeah, and you have those people where they just you'll never make that person happy.
And I get it. Like if you just don't want to like 40k, like, and I'm definitely a fan of other games outside of Warhammer because I really do not want Warhammer to be the only thing.
No, for sure. And even someone who's as diehard as I am, like I love that there's tons of great options out there, and it helps keep you honest. But
Games Workshop does plenty of stupid stuff without us having to make things up for them.
Oh, for sure. Like, yeah, we don't.
I was happy to see that their John Blanche tribute was not silenced, but rather they were putting together something good.
Yes,
If you did not see, they released a picture of John Blanche, basically like someone
blanched up.
blanched up as the Emperor, which is about as high an honor as the 40K the Warhammer team can give you.
Oh, for sure.
Which is like because he
I thought.
really is, functionally like he defined what we think of.
I mean, that art was pivotal to
Yeah,
my like engrossment into the hobby when I was a teenager, and like, and it was a big influence in a lot of what I did. Like, I'm still doing this hobby now. Over 2 decades later, and the image of the Imperial Palace and with the custode like standing out front, and the Great Gate inside the Imperial Palace, like those two
yeah.
images are just burned into my mind.
Oh wait, was the John
And
Blanche one the one made by Blanche? I mean, it's still fitting.
I don't know if it was or wasn't. I don't
Cody
know
is saying it was, but
Oh, wow. Okay.
which would make sense because it was very much his
Yeah.
style.
I just didn't know if they had another artist that was that could copy him well enough.
I mean, there are certainly
And
lots of Blanchitsu artists now.
yes, there are. Yeah. Um, and actually one of my favorite things about Blanche was not his 40K art. I mean, his 40K art is extremely impactful and meant a lot to me, but his Warhammer Fantasy art was also really, really good.
Yeah, that's
And
actually I think what and he's talked more about that, and that came first anyway.
yes, yeah, yeah,
And yeah, there's no Warhammer without John Blanche, and like yeah, he just the way he describes it, I won't even try and quote it, but it's so he understood the setting.
yep. He fundamentally understood what it was about. Um, like when you look at art from the old Empire battle army books and whatnot and everything, and like you get a really like visceral feeling of this is not a good place.
No.
Like everything looks like it smells,
Yeah.
and like that's the best. Like the streets are always just like packed to the gills, crowded. It's claustrophobic. People are holding aloft like dead animals and stuff, and like it just looks horrific and chaotic, which it is. And like I just love the way that he depicted specifically the Empire in Warhammer Fantasy. Um, and of course, we can't forget the Sister of Battle standing on the Mountain of Skulls.
Yep.
That's obviously like incredibly iconic.
John Blanche working through his Catholic guilt, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a yeah, I was shocked. I very much took a moment of pause when I read that news the
Yeah.
other day.
So what I'm doing now is I'm putting this concrete texture around the edges. It's going to go in several layers because I do want it to be smooth, but mostly this is also for when I do the resin pour. I want to make sure it doesn't leak out.
Good call.
So this is just Ammo by MIG concrete or cement, I think. Yeah, cement acrylic vignette. Well, it's concrete texture, but they have what I think it's called something else. Ferrocrete
Oh yeah.
is what they call it in Warhammer, where it's like
Yep.
basically concrete but iron. So
You know.
should have done this before I put this pipe down. Whoops, oh, that didn't work. Gonna have to say on that. That connection wasn't very good.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do at Adepticon next year.
Oh, really?
I know I'm going. I don't know if it's going to be Age of Sigmar or not.
Oh, you know you're going, but you don't know if you're playing?
Yeah, well, I don't know what I'm playing. I'm going to play something.
Gotcha.
Um,
Oh, sorry. You said you said you don't know what you're doing at Adepticon next year.
correct.
Sorry,
yes,
I thought you said
did
I
not
don't know if I'm doing Adepticon. I was like, oh, geez. Wow, okay.
No. I one hundo p, barring extraordinary circumstances, I'm going to Adepticon.
Right.
But I don't know what I'm going to do there, though. I know Cheryl is going to play Age of Sigmar. Might just do that, but we'll see. I might want to play 40k.
Yeah. Once again, I don't think I'll be playing anything. I'll keep an eye out for if there's any classes I want to take.
Yeah.
You know, depending on other things that may or may not be in the works. All just plans right now. We'd love to host something sometime, but
Yeah.
honestly, none of us have any idea how to really go about doing that.
I do.
Oh, okay.
I've run events at Adepticon before.
Oh, right. And we do have a connection.
Yeah.
The Sumpsea folks, who occasionally pop in to say hi. We talk with them every year, and they run the kind of the Necromunda stuff there, and it's always cool.
Yeah. It's very much a you gotta know somebody who knows somebody kind of thing to
Yeah.
to get yourself running something.
Or be a very, very big company, but
That too. That also helps. But we're not that.
no. Although, if you check out our new Miniatures Rundown NFT series, gunshot, fade to black. Or I guess it'd just be gunshot, dull thud, and then Kevin going, oh, well, that's a self-solving problem.
Hey, look, if we wanted to really embrace the dark side, I could make up some wicked NFTs for us.
Well, that wouldn't work, because yours would be good.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, no, by nature, they cannot be, you must embrace the... I can't go into this without getting political. Dan Olson and some other YouTubers did a wonderful video on why they look so bad. And it is kind of a political, cultural thing. It's very, very fascinating. I suggest you YouTube that rather than listen to me explain it poorly. But basically, to suffice to say, the bad taste is the point.
Right.
Either way, Miniatures Rundown will not be using NFTs or AI or anything like that.
I don't know. I think my icon going forward needs to be my Bored Ape that I bought for $342.
I'm revoking your channel access. I'm telling Mark, you know what? I thought this guy was going to be great. He's got project managerial skills. He knows 40k, but he's got a Bored Ape.
Instantly disqualified.
Given how Mark was yelling at his phone about AI stuff, I think that might actually be.
Look, Microsoft Assistant just wants to help you.
It's funny how we haven't actually moved on from Clippy, huh?
No, we really haven't.
Did you see the news with InDesign?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, a bunch of RPG creators who do use PDFs using InDesign found out that there's a toggle thing that got toggled on for Adobe to use basically AI generated alt text for images. And
sounds very Adobe to me.
And it was putting it into people's finished products without them knowing.
That sounds super Adobe to me.
Yeah, I know.
Adobe is trying so hard to justify their investment in that technology.
And like I saw one because I know one of the marketing directors for Hit Point Press who do the game Humblewood.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the 5e, or now it's its own setting as well. The adorable animal people. But she pulled it up and it was like it showed it was just a picture of a map and the alt text said, "A map of some forests with a nude image in the middle."
Okay.
And like you can turn it off, but
Right.
for
Right.
now.
Like, so like I'm very well versed in Adobe and all that, and through my former job, and the when we went to Adobe Max, that's their industry conference that they hold every year,
Yep.
where they announce all their new products and stuff like that. That was basically all AI products and AI features,
Yep.
and like it makes and the thing that made me really sad was seeing people go up to, because they basically, I mean, they hire speakers and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
people who are in the industry, and specifically like this time around they hired a lot of illustrators and artists um, to tout the AI features upcoming, and it was just really sad.
Yeah.
Like I I understand, like, making it in the arts is really hard. Trust me, I know making it in the arts is really, really hard. But man, selling your soul like that is like, and I'm not the kind of guy that's just to say, oh, you sold out type of thing, but like in that particular way, it kind of hurt,
Yeah.
you know. But in case you don't know, I have really strong feelings about this.
No, well, there's a reason we added a rule for a Discord. We are
Yeah.
in universal agreement.
Um,
It's not even a discussion. It was just, hey, should I update a rule? And everyone's like, yep. So we did. All right, I haven't checked the comments in a while.
oh yeah.
Obviously, it's not an esport. It's a regular sport, like chess, not like StarCraft. Maybe I'll make that Templar's army his art always made me want. Is the 40... Kevin, you're going to love this one. Is the 40k equivalent of brutalism feralism?
Oh,
It is
that's
now.
a good one. That's a, yeah.
I want to make the point to play something. Hi, I'm
I think
Cortana.
that's referring to
Your
Adepticon.
Microsoft assistant. Clippy would never. I'm just going to say I'm going to make a futuristic trench crusade that is based on the Pope's current anti-AI crusade.
Oh, that is so good.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
That one's from Cody, so we'll see that in person.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. You need to have I don't know if you do it as Trench Pilgrims or New Antioch. Probably New Antioch because that's more organized. But regardless, it doesn't matter. There has to be somebody stepping on a printer, and you have to have. Oh, we need to make an opposing heretic army that has Clippy.
It's just a bunch of B1 battle droids.
What's the weakest heretic unit?
The Wretched.
The Wretched. It's just a bunch of Wretched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's clankers.
Yeah. Can Wretched even have range weapons?
No. Actually, yes. I think you can give them anything below 10 credits.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, because they've got
So they can
-1 to hit in ranged, so they're...
Okay. Yeah, give them muskets.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the concrete texture now. I'm going to need a couple layers of this.
Yes.
By far, just to really... And then I'll have to sand it off, and that's all fine. And then I think the only other thing... I mean, the pool floaty goes on top of the resin.
Yes.
Now, to sell the idea of depth, that's where you take barrels and cut them in half and put them floating upside, So...
Daniel Jenner Grouse says there's actually a movement of people using Clippy as their profile picture to signal their hatred for AI. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
There is. I remember that. God, there's YouTube drummer on that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because a person I follow was a very minor YouTuber, but they pointed out, like, hey, that, like, changing your profile picture is fine, but doesn't actually do anything. Like, It's it's kind of just slacktivism, right?
Right.
And oh my god, that guy's the guy who did that. The people who went off in his comments accusing him of being a corporate shill, which is hilarious. But it's
Right.
like, no, like there's other things you can do to like actually oppose AI usage, and you're getting everybody to change it to Clippy is like fine, but yeah. But I think there's also some things like the guy who came up with that was also like setting up like a fundraiser for it, and there's a way he's profiting off of
Oh.
it, and like
Okay. Yeah.
like okay, yeah, you're setting up telling YouTube that you hate Clippy, but this video is monetized. Like
Right.
you're still giving YouTube money, and you're still taking a portion of that money. So you're not like if you really want to punch YouTube in the wallet, you have to turn off your monetization and go purely to something like crowdfunding, right? And that was basically his main point. Is like, if you guys, this is a fun idea, but your YouTube does not give one less of a crap
Right.
because
Like that's
you're not actually
non-concern. Yeah.
you're not actually hurting their wallet in any way, shape, or form. Here's how you actually hurt their wallet: take money from your favorite artists, give it to them on a non-YouTube platform.
Right.
That hurts YouTube. Because what does YouTube only cares about one thing, which is the ad revenue, the streams.
Yep.
Because that's where they make
Eyes
their money.
on the screen.
Right.
And Cody says, I need to find a 3D modeler to make some very Gen AI looking models that always have 6 fingers and weird textures, some mid weird morph.
But for the joke to work, it can't be at all AI generated.
Correct. Yes.
Like,
that's why he says you need to find a 3D modeler to make some.
That's what makes this funny.
Cody, I can help you with this. So I can make some bad 3D models. I can make good ones too, but I can also make bad good ones.
I mean, if you want to start making 3D models, I got a list of things for you.
Okay.
Now, most of them you're gonna have to wait until after your daughter goes to bed because you might get in trouble with the state. But
Well, look, the ATF is not listening to this stream. I'm pretty sure.
It's
So
not the ATF I'm worried about. It's more like Child Protective Services. If the ATF is listening to this stream, I assure you, I don't even know what joke to make. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with less is more here. I'm gonna go do the barrels and not much else.
yeah, you don't want to overcomplicate it.
Yeah, I was gonna try and fit this tractor in here, but you know what? Screw it. I don't need to, so I won't. And I'll get a pool floaty, maybe a periscope later. Like the posters for the new Naked Gun.
Right.
I need to watch that. I've heard it was actually very good.
I did too. I have not seen it. I have a long list of movies I need to see. I want to see Backrooms really badly.
I've heard mixed things about that one.
So there's an interesting thing that's going on with that movie where, because the Backrooms is kind of like an organic phenomena that appeared on the internet.
Right.
That there are people who have had expectations of the movie that did not follow. So I remember, so this guy that Kane Parsons, who directed the Backrooms movie, he did a YouTube short. He did one for the Backroom. He did several. He did like his vision of the Backrooms, and he did another one that's even better called The Oldest View, which is it's really really good. And the but the thing is like there's a whole wiki of like the lore, like a collective wiki of like the lore of the Backrooms, which is made up of a bunch of stuff that basically a bunch of like the internet has contributed to.
Yeah,
right?
I mean it's the SCP wiki basically.
Yeah,
It's I mean the Backrooms is functionally SCP, like it's a SCP thing.
And there's just like SCP, there's good stuff and bad stuff on there.
Wildly divergent in quality.
Yes.
Cut to a picture of the writer's poorly disguised fetish.
Yeah. I don't like how true that is. But regardless, what it is like there's a bunch of people that had a lot of expectations for like the movie of like, well, why didn't the Backrooms look like this, or why wasn't this entity in the Backrooms, or why wasn't the pool rooms as part of it, and like that wasn't the vision that he had for it, and I give him big credit for like sticking to his vision of it. Now, once again, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't have an opinion. But it's just like the discourse around the movie, I've not been able to escape. And
See, I'm not at all familiar about the discourse. I just, from the people who've seen it, I've heard it's either it's okay or
oh,
it was mediocre.
okay,
Like I've heard varying things of like, oh, that was fine, or like, it was okay. I've not heard anybody say it was bad
okay.
yet, but I've not asked everybody. So no, I was
Yeah,
not aware of the discourse at all. I was just.
Oh yeah, it's this. There's a lot going on.
Do you know
about
that
it, but,
original photo is from Oshkosh, Wisconsin?
Yes. There's a little bit of controversy about that original photo, about the wallpaper texture actually.
Oh.
Because allegedly, and I don't know how much truth there is to this, but like, the guy who originally designed that wallpaper texture specifically, or that wallpaper pattern, was reached out to by the production studio to get a high quality like scan of that wallpaper texture, and he got that, but after the movie made big bank, that he didn't get more than what he was paid for that texture. And so like that was like there's a controversy about that.
Oh,
and I know. But anyway,
it's relevant to our hobby, because that picture was taken while it was being converted from a clothing store to a Hobbytown USA.
really, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
So, Uncle Adam of Tabletop Minions actually knows the guy who owned that building and owned that Hobbytown.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. He doesn't know. I think he says that guy took the picture. He doesn't. Nobody knows who uploaded it to the internet. But
Right.
yeah, that picture was just from a sales thing when they were selling the building. Yeah, it was a Hobbytown USA, and then it was just a generic hobby store, and then it was something else for a long time. So there we go.
Interesting.
I've got 3 little barrels floating in here. I gotta find and print a pool floaty now. I don't think I'm gonna put anything around the edges.
I don't think so either. You have to think about playability too.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's where I've got barricades and stuff, and you can put the barricades up.
Yep.
Like, I could see putting, just for, like, putting this tractor... Here, I'll flip it around so you guys can see. I could put, like, a tractor right here. Because this is an empty space. But on the other hand, you could also equally just paint this up and just put it here as scatter later. Right? Like, you don't need to build that into the board. So I guess I won't. Tractor lives another day.
So we have another one from Daniel Jenna Grouse. So the movie is actually a
that.
prequel to some upcoming Warhammer movie if we wait long enough.
Sure.
Look, every movie is a prequel to a Warhammer movie.
Well, that's not true. Nothing in the Marvelverse exists in the same universe.
Okay, fair enough.
But Event Horizon is.
Yeah. Whether intended or not, and I'm in the camp that it's not. It just happens to be in a. For some reason.
Didn't they say that they were not inspired by, but they did get some of the oh, that's a fun idea from 40K, like the perception of the warp, and at least one person who worked on it was aware of 40K and has said oh yeah, that is kind of funny that we didn't get inspired by it, but that's my favorite line of that movie.
Look, I am fully willing to accept that as humanity's first foray into warp travel.
Yeah.
So
I just love Lawrence Fishburne, seeing what the problem is and just going, "We're leaving."
Yep. Yes, we are aware it takes place on Earth, which is 38,000 years before Warhammer 40K. Yes. But we need a lot of stuff to happen in between.
Yeah.
We're getting real close to the Men of Iron, so, maybe we're going to jump the shark a little bit there, but...
part of the joke of 40K is that Star Trek happens in between.
Right.
So here's an interesting thing for you guys. These barrels that are all janky and weird are because once upon a time I had painted them and I cleaned them in an ultrasonic cleaner that I let run for too long. So it got hot. And it warped them. So they're all...
That is hilarious.
Yep, they're all gooey.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so yeah,
That's
they're perfect for this. I've used these for a few different projects. I don't, I haven't used them all up, but it's like, if I need a barrel that's all riggedy wrecked...
It's right there.
Do I have anything that looks like a periscope?
All right, so I got my 3 Thunderkin all assembled.
Hold on. I do have a better fun
Hey,
idea.
what you got? Ooh.
Uh-oh, where'd it go? God damn it. Get my flashlight out. I can have a pipe on the other side, but I think it would be more fun if the pipe was just in the middle. Nope, too much. It's too much. Need to keep it simple.
You can noodle on that while you watch Insecticidal 2.
Wait, there's an Insecticidal 2?
Maybe. I'm just assuming there is.
Okay. It was recent enough, I don't think it was. There is. By the way, don't watch Insecticidal. It's not a good movie.
Just someone's poorly disguised insect fetish.
Yeah, it did seem like it.
Look, bugs need love too.
No, they don't. Categorically, they do not. So, okay, so you're one of the people who loves that picture of the Neurolictor and the thigh highs, right?
I like big vents, and I cannot lie.
Oh, no. Well, you can hang out with Mr. Snake here, the Sump Beast.
That's cool. He looks like he could enjoy a drink or two.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly looks like he gives really nice hugs. Well, really big hugs. I don't know if nice is the word.
Definitely snug.
Yeah, and spiky. He's ready to prime. I need to prime him now.
I mean, that's the lore for Beast and Nurgle. They just want to hug you.
Yeah. Almost. I need to fill one tiny gap here, so we'll...
I mean, at this point, my flowchart for deciding whether something is a good movie night might as well start with, has Soda seen it? Yes? Then no.
Hey, I've seen good movies.
Not lately.
I mean, I can't think of something to review right now, but if you give me time.
Well, hey, I gave you a good suggestion, and you threw it out because it wasn't on your shitty list, so...
Well, it wasn't free on Tubi. Hey, you know what? I watched Kroll recently.
Does that help?
That's a great movie. Have you seen Kroll?
I mean, long time ago.
Look, Kroll is... Okay, is Kroll a fantastic cinema? No, but Kroll's a wonderful fantasy movie.
Okay,
that is...
I need to know what our qualifications are for good before I continue this conversation, because...
Is it fun to watch?
Okay, so that... All right, now that we've established that, I agree with you.
Yeah. I also don't think Kroll's, like, actually a bad movie at all. Like, it's a little hokey. Because it's an 80s fantasy movie. But I think, you know, the characters are legitimately good, and the special effects are awesome, because they're all practical, and it's, you know, pre-CGI, and they've got a lot of love. It's got a very young Liam Neeson in it.
That's true. Okay, we get it. Kroll is beautiful. We understand.
Watch Kroll. Name 4 good movies. I was about to say Jaws 1, 2, 3, and 4, but that's a lie.
That is very explicitly a lie.
Here's the problem, Jenna. I know your movie opinions, and what I would say are good movies are not necessarily what you would say are good movies. Okay, here's one. Sinners. Sinners is a great movie.
Yes, it is.
Knives Out. I actually saw that for the
Yes.
first time a couple months ago. I have not seen Glass Onion yet. It's on my list. I need to be in the mood to watch it. Casino Royale, the Daniel Craig one, I think is a legitimately good movie, not just for a Bond movie, but is a good action movie.
Yes.
There's 3.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Nope. Nope was good.
Oh, Nope. I thought you
Yeah,
were
sorry,
saying
no.
Nope.
Nope, the movie Nope was good.
Yes, it was. I thought you were just denying the premise.
No, no.
Okay.
Nope was good. I realized that like 3 of those movies are like from the same person, so I should probably branch out a little bit. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the old one.
Okay. Yeah, I buy that.
The Producers.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie.
The original RoboCop.
Yes, RoboCop is good. Especially Toxic Waste. Yeah. That's on theme.
I mean, it's burned in. I saw that when I was 5 years old.
I
and
have
it's
never
burned
seen
into
anyone
my
struggle
brain.
this hard to name 4 good movies. That's not fair. If you put someone on the spot. Okay, but Lord of the Rings. All the Lord of the Rings movies are fantastic.
Extended edition only, though.
I think the non-extended are also good.
Once you've seen the extended, you never go back.
Oh, sure, but that's because if you sit down to watch the extended, you're the kind of nerd who already knows you're gonna like it. Like, that's not fair because. Let me see. 1995's GoldenEye. Good movie, not just a good Bond movie. Jurassic Park, of course. I think Jurassic Park 3 is a fun movie, if not a good one. It's a stupid monster movie, but it's fun. It's got William H. Macy in it. Jurassic Park 2, however, is neither fun nor good. I was going to say Congo, but I don't think Congo is a good movie.
Nope, Congo is not good.
I just like Tim Curry in it.
It is really fun
Yes.
how different Congo is from the book to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And that of course, a big part of that is like the technology differences between when the book was written and when the movie came out. And then of course the part where they saw the monkeys in half with a laser.
Well, the book is Michael Crichton has Stephen King levels of can't in the book.
That's true.
And yeah, the Congo book is literally, okay, I am now going to explain a psychological phenomenon where certain people have self-destructive tendencies as they near success to ruin their own success. By the way, the main character has this. I've never talked about it or led up to it, but she has it. That's why this bad thing is going to happen. Okay, bad thing happens.
One of my favorites of all time is No Country for Old Men.
Okay, that's a good movie that I don't ever want to watch again.
Fair enough. I get that. Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing Coen Brothers, one of my favorite Coen Brothers movies is Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Yep.
I know it's just
Oh, yeah.
the Odyssey, but I freaking love that movie.
That's okay. It's a great adaptation of the Odyssey.
Speaking of the Coen Brothers and Tim Blake Nelson, the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun one.
It is fun. I'm trying to articulate this. The tonal shifts throughout that whole thing are very interesting.
Yes. I mean, Buster Scruggs himself being this, like, almost avatar of chaos.
Right.
This freaking Looney Tunes, man.
Cody says, Congo is how I learned as a small child that eyeballs aren't actually balls.
Oh, yeah. I remember because they pop out.
Yeah, he did the thing. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid seeing Temple of Doom. And
okay, speaking of movies that aren't good, but are.
and like how the monkey brain scene and the heart extraction scene are core memories in my brain because of the time in which I saw that movie.
Temple of Doom is a movie that it's the amount I like it is inversely proportional to how recently I've watched it.
That is a really good way to put it, actually. I like that.
Because you're like, once the memory fades, you're like, oh yeah, the minecart chase and the music and like where it comes up on him. And he punches the guy, and then you watch and he's like, oh, that's uncomfortable.
Yep. It's kind of impressive how bad that movie actually is when you like rewatch it.
Well, like, the structure and writing aren't. It's just, man, goes really hard into the.
Yeah. Look, it's.
There was something from the pulp era you didn't have to capture. Like, no one's making.
Not everything needs to be preserved.
No one's making Charlie Chan movies for a reason, okay?
It's okay. I'll send you a complimentary sample of Uncle Helper.
God dang it.
Don't Google Uncle Helper.
No, it's basically What If Hamburger Helper but Nazis.
It's real. It's so real.
Well, here's the thing. I wonder if it is. Like, yeah, if the advertisement's real, I have a feeling if you gave them your money, you would never get anything.
Well, now I want to find out. Except I really don't. I am in a quandary now where I really do want to find out if Uncle Helper is real, but also not give them money.
And if you did, it would probably just be filled with heavy metals. I have Temple of Doom somewhere. Maybe I should watch that tonight. Can't be worse than Insecticidal. Probably considerably more racist, though.
Look, you can have borderline pornography or racism. Your choice.
I mean, there was a little racism in Insecticidal.
Oh, okay, all right.
The Asian character had size that she used and like did all the martial arts, which is not inherently racist, but
no, but it depends on how you play it.
I mean, they played it for titillation, so yeah, it was probably racist.
Cody says, I haven't heard of half these movies, so I must not watch a lot of movies. It's okay. Most of what we're talking about is not worth watching.
Hey, we were naming good movies.
We were, but we were also naming some real bad ones, too.
You want a real bad one, go watch Zardoz.
That is really bad.
That movie's why I don't buy that Sean Connery rejected the script for The Lord of the Rings because he didn't understand it. Because he was Zardoz. Oops.
Yeah. There it is. Make some. What movie should I watch?
You should watch.
Not Insecticidal.
No, don't watch Insecticidal. I'm trying to think of an actually good movie to tell you to watch.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Give me a genre though, because action, horror,
thriller. Give me a thriller.
See, the problem is most thrillers I don't actually love.
Okay, well,
action
that's why
thrillers
it's a
I
challenge.
like, but when they're just pure thrillers, they don't tend to be my jam. You could watch, I don't know, you want to watch a Michael Crichton movie, you could watch Andromeda Strain or Sphere.
Ooh, Sphere.
I
haven't seen that in a long time.
I saw an actually decent shark movie I'd never heard of before.
Oh?
It wasn't great. It's free on Tubi. It's called Bait.
Ah, I have heard of this.
Yeah, it's an Australian-made movie.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, all the characters are Australian. Yep. And it's a freak tsunami traps a bunch of people in a supermarket. And then while they're on the shelves because it's all flooded, sharks start coming for them.
Ah!
And like, it's still a shark movie with all of the requisite things, but like the characters are kind of like real characters, and the people have motivations, and they set them up, and the ways they try and get out of it are actually kind of clever and not just stupid.
great.
It's not a great movie by any means, but like as far as shark movies go,
I mean, you know, the bar's not super high.
no. Like, has there ever been a good shark movie besides Jaws? Deep Blue Sea, maybe, starring Michael Samuel
That's
Jackson?
the only one I can think of is Deep Blue Sea, and that I don't want to say that's good.
No, it's not. It just has Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yeah. Like, it does do a really good job. Like, the best thing I liked about Deep Blue Sea was, like, they did a really good job of kind of subverting a couple expectations.
Yep.
And, like, making sure, like, when, you know, Samuel L. Jackson's given the big speech and then the shark just kills him.
Yep.
And, like, that was actually a really good scene.
Yeah, no, it's got some good scenes. It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
What even counts as give me an example of a movie that you would call a thriller, because maybe I'm just not thinking of what that means.
Like, you know, the original Halloween. I would consider that a thriller. It's not
Okay.
a horror movie. It's a thriller. Yeah.
Rewatch Crawl.
I mean, I guess I could. Like,
I found it funny the recent Best of the Worst had them decide that Zardoz was too good to be featured on it. Zardoz has too much to talk about to be featured on it. Zardoz is not too good for Best of the Worst. There are movies they've covered that I think are better than Zardoz, but I really don't like Zardoz.
what was it? I saw recently. Me and Cheryl both watched it. It was it lied to us. It's a movie that lied to us.
Ooh.
And
In a good way
it
or a bad
was,
way?
you know, in a super super bad way.
Oh.
And I'm a huge fan. Like, one of my favorite movies is Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula.
Okay.
And with Gary Oldman and Keanu Reeves. And there was a recent movie done that was also called Bram Stoker's Dracula. It was, you know, 2026.
Uh-oh.
And they took the Bram Stoker like title and just like shoved it into a barroom toilet and made it and then just kept dunking it over and over again, not letting it breathe just enough so it filled its lungs with urine water. And
Jesus.
like, it was an embarrassment. I can usually watch a movie all the way through. Me and Cheryl, like, we looked at each other. I'm like, this is stupid, right? And she's like, yeah, this is really stupid. And like, I don't know how you mess up Dracula that badly.
Have you seen Twilight?
Okay, yes, but
Have you seen The Last Vampire on Earth? Don't.
But this was specifically Dracula branded. Like, this was
Right.
this was you know Vlad Tepes. This was supposed to be, you know, the guy. And like, the whole thing with the Bram Stoker story is that it's a love story. And it's a love story on top of a horror motif. And this just takes that premise and just slams it face first into a brick wall and then rubs that face on that brick wall until there's nothing but skeletal remains on that head.
Oh.
And Dracula's fangs are filed down into, like, with just a wood file. And
Cody says you should watch Morbius. If you want a thriller, I mean, it's kind of verging on horror, but it's more thriller than horror. Have you ever seen The Exorcist 3?
oh, no, I haven't.
Okay, so obviously The Exorcist 2 is one of the worst movies ever made. right? Like,
Yes.
The Exorcist 3 is really, really good. Stars George C. Scott.
Uh-huh.
It stars the police officer and the priest from the first movie.
Okay.
The ones who survive, and the plot is that the priest who jumps out the window at the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
Well, he survived, but he's in an asylum because he's possessed.
Ah.
And there are murders happening, and they're not shown on screen. Like, you barely ever see the result of the murders at all. Like, it's not gory. It's actually less so than the first Exorcist. No, The Exorcist 3, I think, is actually a very good movie, because George C. Scott in it is very good, and the man who plays the priest, I can't remember his name, is also very good. It's more of a thriller. It's got some horror elements to it, but there's not jump scares. Just one incredibly effective jump scare. But yeah, I
Interesting.
highly recommend Exorcist 3 if you ever get the chance. Don't let the cover fool you.
I never would have guessed it.
They did put an exorcism in at the very, very end because they had to, but it's inconsequential.
Oh, so the also too, I want to go back to Dracula because I hate it so much.
One of those movies.
It has Christoph Waltz playing Van Helsing, which sounds like a slam dunk, right?
Right.
He looks like he does not want to be there.
One of those.
Yeah, like he read this script and he signed the paper. He signed the papers before he read the script, and then like he is checked out for the entirety of this movie. Like that is effing slam dunk casting right there. But
you blew it.
Yep.
Van Helsing ? Says Darian. The one with Hugh Jackman in it. It's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's
I
a
like
fun
that
action movie.
Yeah. I think it's got it. That's one of those movies that it starts off super strong and then the end is really tedious.
Yeah, every part after he turns into a werewolf. Spoiler. It really goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
Very strong premise though.
Yeah. I like the secret agent Catholic.
Yeah. Very Trench Crusade.
Lab. Yeah, very, very.
All right. Well, I've got this. I think it's ready to prime now. I'm gonna prime the bridge separately, and I'll glue that on later because otherwise it's gonna be kind of hard to do the stuff underneath it. And I gotta wait for this to dry and then sand it a little.
It's Morbid time. Thank you, Cody.
Can they release Morbius 2 time?
Don't tempt them.
I mean, after what happened the first time, I think we can't. Then again, they were stupid enough to do it the first time, so I never would have called that. God.
All right.
Yep, it is about 9 o'clock.
Yep.
I gotta find the brush I just dropped. There we go.
Come on, the amateur hour here.
Oh, shush you. How many did you get done?
I got 3.
Amateur.
Hey,
That's
I want to see you put 3 Thunderkin together in 2 hours.
a very good point. They're probably laborious and terrible to put together.
They are. It's only because I put together 9 others that I'm very familiar with how these go together.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining once again. I hope you had fun and got some hobby time done. We'll be back on Sunday for the solo hobby stream with me, and then Thursday again, and until the end of time, or we all die, whatever happens first. And it has to be all of us too.
Jesus. Yeah, oh yeah, true.
It's like till death do us blart, but with hobby streams.
We do all have a death pact that we signed.
Yes.
As a channel, so.
Cody doesn't know he signed it, but we got his hand moving while he was asleep, so.
An X counts.
Yeah, an X counts. It's no brother where art thou. Jim and Bob will have to sign X's. They can't write their names. That'll be fine. I love the movie. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, everybody. Hope you had a great time. If you want to chat to us and you're here and just joined, very sorry, but you can talk to us on Discord. It is free to join. we will continue with the Necromunda, and of course the 11th edition 40k stuff is coming full strong. I know it sounds like it's been quiet for a while with Necromunda, but that's because I know I keep saying it, but there's something big coming.
It's big. It's big. I promise.
It's really big. Probably guess what it is at this point. We will see you later. Have a great night, everybody.
Goodbye.
In stream.
Yay. We did it.
They can end it right. They can end